Hello everyone, it's me again, it's Jordan, and welcome back to my channel. Yeah, it's been a while. I think like 9 months, not 9, like 5 months since the last video I made, and that was for good reason, because we were waiting for this bad boy to release. Yep, 5 months ago, back in 2013, we got the news that Black Clover was transferring from Weekly Shonen Jump to Jump Giga, and I made an entire video about that you can watch on my channel. Really, it's not that too important right now. All you need to know is that Black Clover changed serialization to Jump Giga, and that chapters now come out every 4 months instead of every week. It's a long wait, but it's definitely worth it, because now, you know, last month the chapter released, and I gotta say, it was pretty good. You know, as spoilers, it was pretty good. But so I wanted to make this video because I promised, I'm making good on my promise to talk about this chapter, review it, talk about my thoughts, and give, you know, everything I thought about this chapter, good, bad, everything in between. And you know, there's a reason why I didn't release this video until now, and there's a very special reason. You know, the chapter released in December, so why am I reviewing it in January in the new year? Well, there's a very special reason for that. And that special reason is because I wanted to review the physical chapter myself. Yep, so as you can see here, I actually have the physical magazine. I have the Jump Giga issue. Yeah, it actually came today in the mail. I got it for Christmas. I used up my money and I got it. So yeah, I'm actually very excited to have this. It's so big, actually. It's very big. So yeah, I didn't feel like I could review this chapter without actually having the physical magazine in my hands, and I'm very glad I did, because as I said before, it's very big and bulky, and it has a ton of extras for Black Clover fans and for other fans of Shonen series too. Let's take a quick look at this magazine, see what's in it, see how big it is, and see the pages and everything. So as you can see here, this is the front cover. Everyone's seen it already. It's very, very good. I love it. It looks great. There's this thing about Black Clover that I love that Yuki Tabata does. I don't know how to describe it, but he draws Asta in a very certain way that I really like. Like, to me, like in the beginning when I first saw Asta in Black Clover, to be honest with you, I thought he was evil. I know Asta's on the front cover, and he's the poster boy for shonen protagonist. But like at first, I thought he looked very evil, and I think Tabata channeled that way of drawing Asta in this cover. I mean, just look at his face. He looks menacing. He's got that I'm back energy. Like, did you miss me? And we did miss him. I missed him especially. So I'm very glad. This cover is very good. Very nice. If I had to rank it, it'd probably be up there with some of my favorites. But I want to do a video eventually one day on reviewing Weekly Shonen Jump Black Clover covers. I'll do that eventually. But for now, just know that I really like this cover and I think it's very good. So let's move on to open up this page, and we get to the extras first, and we start with some Haikyuu stickers. Yeah, so here are the extras that the book has, that every Jump Giga issue has, that to entice you to buy. And we start with some Haikyuu stickers, and they're very, very. I like these Haikyuu stickers. I think my favorite sticker has to be the Hinata one. It's kind of hard to see, but yeah, it's like there are a bunch of tiny little 8-bit Hinatas on the sticker, and it looks pretty cool. The thing about these stickers the thing I love about these stickers too is that you're supposed to guess what character they're supposed to be referencing, and it's pretty cool. I wish I knew. I watched Haikyuu. I used to watch Haikyuu a lot with my brothers because we love watching sports anime, but it's been a while, so I can't. So the only people I can really the only person I can really definitively say is who they are is Hinata right there. And so yeah, sorry I can't really say anyone else. Say anybody else. Like I if only I remember the characters' names, but yeah, I do like these stickers. They are very nice. I probably won't use them. Maybe I'll find a Haikyuu fan somewhere out there that'll have great use for these. But for now, they'll just be staying in the book. And then we move on to the Black Clover stickers. Yep, so Black Clover also got some stickers too, because it was in the, obviously this obviously Black Clover is the main attraction for this Jump Giga issue, and so Black Clover got some stickers too. And unlike the Haikyuu stickers, I can actually like understand what these are. I know most of the characters in here. Like, actually, I think I can name all of them. I'm gonna play a little game with myself and see if I can name everyone. So, this is Asta. This is Yami. This is Yuno. This is Nozel, I think. Yeah, this is probably Nozel. This is the Vermilion siblings. This is Gauche and Marie. This is Julius. This is Seke. This is Vanessa. This is Charmy. This is Libe. This is Magna. This is Finral. This is Luck. This is Mimosa. This is Noelle. This is Nero / Sekre. This is Charlotte. And this is Noct. So yeah, thankfully I'm a big fan of Black Clover that I can just name nearly every sticker. And I think I did pretty good. I'm pretty sure I got these 100%. So yeah, these are very cool character stickers. I'll definitely be using these eventually sometime soon. Like, I'll probably put them on my computer or something about that, like that. But yeah, very nice stickers, very nice. Let's move on to, oops. And then we got some other extras like this. This is a Jujutsu Kaisen. I think this is a Jujutsu Kaisen volume cover. Which volume is it for? Actually, I don't know. This is for. No, it's actually not specific. Oh yeah, you're right. It's not. Oh yeah, I'm right. It's not specific. It doesn't say. I think you're just supposed to put this on whatever volume you like of Jujutsu Kaisen. I think it's Gojo versus Sukuna. I think. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Jujutsu Kaisen, so I can't say. But yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. That's the one thing. Jujutsu Kaisen's art style. Sometimes I'm off and on it. Like, sometimes it's very rough. If I can describe Jujutsu Kaisen's art style in one word, it's very rough and raw, and similar to Chainsaw Man. And I don't think I like it all too much, to be honest with you. Like, I don't want to go into why I'm not the biggest fan of Jujutsu Kaisen, because that's a video I will make eventually. Like, I'm sure I'm gonna gather all my thoughts on Jujutsu Kaisen someday, because I just recently finished season 2, and I've got good things and bad things to say, but who cares about that now? We're talking about Black Clover here. So yeah, pretty cool volume cover. I'll probably give this to a Jujutsu Kaisen fan I know someday. Like, I'm sure there are tons out there that I know that'll like this. And the next thing we have an Undead Unluck / Mashal poster. Yeah, so pretty cool. Undead Unluck just recently had its first season come out, and I've heard it's pretty decent, pretty good. I read the first couple chapters of Undead Unluck, and I thought it was pretty interesting. Pretty interesting premise. I've heard the power system goes is insane. Like, it's absolutely insane. This sort of series, and how people use their powers in this series. I don't know too much, but I'm actually glad the Undead Unluck has gotten its anime and its fans are enjoying it. So yeah, pretty cool poster. But it's not that only that, it's also got it's got Mashal too. Mashal Magic and Mashal, I call Mashal the Black Clover if everything was a joke. And that's pretty much what it is. Boy with no magic fights against a society where magic is everything with his muscles. That's pretty much Black Clover. But everything's made into a comedy. And I actually when I first read it, I actually liked it. It was pretty funny. My favorite chapter is a very early chapter where Mash was participating in pretty much Quidditch. If you know Harry Potter, then the broomstick games with the yellow snitch, and they pretty much played that, but like Mash just used his legs to propel himself and just throw the ball through the hoop many times, and then everyone was just shocked, and then in that issue, someone says, "Wow, it's amazing" in English, and I thought that was pretty funny. So yeah, pretty cool poster. I'll give this to a Mashal fan I know. Oh, oops. This, to be honest, this is kind of hard to do because it's a book and this book is really hard to open. And next we move on to the Haikyuu poster. I believe this poster is advertising for the movie that's coming out, Battle at the Dumpster. I think. I'm not sure, but yeah, it looks pretty cool. Looks pretty cool. Yeah, not much to say, to be honest. I will probably watch this movie. You know, knowing as little as I do about Haikyuu, I do want to watch this movie. So yeah, looks pretty good. I will give this to a Haikyuu fan I know. Actually, no, I won't give this to a Haikyuu fan I know. I will not give this away because on the other side is the thing I've been looking forward to. Whoops. Is that it's the black on the other side is the Black Clover poster, the Austin Yuno. It's officially called the Austin Yuno Promise to Become Wizard King poster, and it's great. Man, it's so good. It's got all the moment. It's got very important moments for Austin Yuno's characters on the poster, and it's got the two leading guys on the front. Very nice. Very nice. I will definitely keep this poster. It's to be honest, I'm debating whether I want to rip this out or not. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. Like I have others like this where I want to rip out the poster and like put it on my wall, but then it'll like ruin the book, and I'm not good at tearing things. So for now, it'll just stay where it is, and I'll just have to admire it. I have to admire it from the book. And so now that the extras are over, we can actually look at the pages, and we start with a great color page from the great opening color page for Black Clover, where Austin and Yuna are declaring that they'll defeat Lucius and become Wizard King. We don't know who will do it, but someone will, probably. It'll probably be Asta. What kind of ending would it be where Asta didn't become Wizard King? An interesting one. That'd be for sure. I'd want to see what Tabata does with that, because that'd be weird. Like, what do you mean Asta doesn't become Wizard King? That's what he said he was gonna do. Are they gonna be twin Wizard Kings? That's someone on the Black Clover subreddit had a really interesting theory where both Asta and Yuna become Wizard King, and that's probably gonna be that. Like, it'd probably be disappointing if one of them didn't get to become Wizard King. Asta especially so. So I'm expecting them both to become Wizard King and lead the nation to a bright future. So yeah, amazing front cover. And then we get to the color spread, and wow. Yeah, this is really good. Like, the front cover was good. Like I said, that if I had to rate this front cover, it'd probably be one of the best Black Clover covers, but I have to think about it. There's no thinking about this one. This is just the best color page of Black Clover history, period. Like, immediately when I saw this, I'm like, yep, this is immediately number one. Like, that's saying something special, because Black Clover cover pages are always very good, but this one is just cream of the crop. It's just better than all of the rest of them. It's no contest. It's so good. This is the reason why we have this is just why Tabata needed this break. It's so good. Like, Austin Yuno in the front. Nearly every major player in this arc is on this front cover. Even Asta's mom, Lucida, is there. And we see Nock. That's not Nock. That's his brother, who I forget his name for at the moment, but that'll come to me, I think. I see Luck, Noelle, Libe, Ichika, Marioliona, Yami, Magna. There's William. There's Noct right there. There's Noelle's mother, Aesir. There's Mimosa, and then there's I forget his name. Dang it, I forget his name. I know who he is. Oh, Morris. Yeah, Morris. There he is. Yeah, Morris right there. And then we have Lucius in the middle, looking menacing. Like, this is the final battle for the Clover Kingdom, and it's very, very good. I love this cover page. There is no contest. This is the best cover page in all of Black Clover, for sure. And that's saying something, because, like I said before, Black Clover's got some amazing color pages. But yeah, this is just by far the best one out of all of them. I'm so happy I have this in physical. And yeah, so good. So good. And let's just move on from me praising this endlessly. And another thing I really like that Jump Giga did is that they have a recap for all the readers of Jump Giga. and other people too that have just recently that have just tuned into this chapter that recaps all of almost all of recent Black Clover. So it talks about the beginning, Austin Yuno's promise. We get the Zogradis siblings there. And we also see Lucifero there. Lucifero is kind of hard to see, but yeah, he's there. It talks about Lucifero. We get then it starts detailing the start of the final battle. The Paladins, Asta showing up to fight Lucius the first time and losing, and then we get the last chapter that released where Asta powered up his allies with his Demon Dweller sword, and now Austin Yuno declaring that they will defeat Lucius and become Wizard King. Wizard King. So I'm actually very glad that they did this. For one, it's been a while, 4 months. You'll forget about a few things. Not me though, because I'm such a huge Black Clover fan that I remember nearly everything, and I always come back to read these, just to see where things going and how these chapters played out. And I'm glad to say I did, because now this video is out here, and so I can tell you all my thoughts about everything happening so far. So I'm very glad they did this, and it's just a very nice page to get people recapped. And after the recap, we get into the manga itself, and this is the front page. We got front page, Austin Yuno fighting Lucius. So I'll actually save my manga review for after I look at this Jump Giga issue. So for now, just look at the pretty pictures, and they are very pretty. They're very nicely drawn, and just everything. It looks so good. We got our first 2-page, and it looks nice. Lucius explaining the battlefield, everything that's going on. Asta powering up his allies. Let's just Asta naming the ability. Yeah, so on. Oh, and the second spread looks very nice. It's Luck doing his thing. This is the Luck and Magna chapter, and I'll talk about my feelings on that after we review this. Moving on. Oh, not too far. Yep, still very cool artwork. Very nice. Magna showing up to do his part to fight this Lucius clone. And then another double page with Soul Deathmatch. Very cool, very nice. Them defeating that Archangel very easily. Then them fighting Lucius. Them teaming up at the end. Final double spread. Very nice, very cool. Explosive lightning cannon. And end of chapter. It's very nice. I love this is one thing I love, these little like logos they put in for the chapters, like at the end of the chapter, like a little picture of Asta and the Black Clover logo. So yeah, cool chapter. So yeah, that is the Jump Giga issue of Black Clover. Very nice, as I've probably said like a million times. It's very big. It has a lot of extras that I'm sure other anime fans will love, and I'll make sure to give these away to people who actually care about these other series. But the Black Clover poster and the stickers are mine. No one else's. All mine, and I'm glad to have them. So yeah, but before we go, I want to compare this Black Clover issue with another one. The first one. The first Black Clover issue. I actually got this a couple months ago too, and I was gonna make a video on it, but I decided against it for some reason. I'll do it eventually. I want to review all of these. I want to get every single my goal is to get every single Black Clover front cover from Weekly Shonen Jump. So yeah, look at how far Asta's come. Asta and Yuki Tabata's artwork. Look at how Black Clover's early art isn't bad. It's very good actually. There's a reason why we like Tabata so much, because the art's just very consistently good all around. But I can tell like it's in the beginning. So Asta's face and Austin Yuno's faces and everything, they're kind of a little bit more how do I say it, rounded than they are. Black Clover's artwork, if I can describe it also in one word, is sharp. Very sharp, angular, and like kind of Dragon Ball Z-esque. And so that's what we get in this issue. That's what we get in this issue. Asa's expression, Asa's very sharp. Like his eyes are sharp, mouth sharp. Like Black Clover just has a very sharp art style that I just love. And early Black Clover was kind of more like bubbly as in like everyone's a little bit more rounded than they are now. And actually, unlike Dragon Ball, where I kind of think it was kind of like a bit of a downgrade. Like I still love Dragon Ball Z's art style. My favorite saga is the Buu saga. So I love that. So I like that style, but I just think that it works better for Black Clover, and it just looks so good. Like everything, I like how sharp and how sharp and just quality everything is about this. So yeah, this is the first issue, and this is the most recent. So yeah, and you can tell how big these are. Like, ooh, look, this is very thick, way thicker than this, way thicker. Yeah, super thick. Yeah. So yeah, that's this issue of Jump Giga. Very nice, just absolutely cool. I'm very glad I got this. I want to do a video also on every single Weekly Shonen Jump issue I have, because I have more. Like, trust me, I have a ton of them. I was gonna make a video on those too, but I wanted to wait until I get every single Black Clover Weekly Shonen Jump issue, so I can like compare them, contrast them, and then actually make a tier list on which ones I like best, as well as their cover pages and their color pages. So yeah, look forward to that. So yeah, that's the Jump Giga issue. And now let's talk about the chapter itself. Okay, now that we've reviewed the Jump Giga issue, let's actually review the chapter. So yeah, this is Black Clover chapter 369, A United Front. Okay, so let's actually get into reading this thing. So I've read this chapter a total of, I'd say, 12 times before making this video, because I really wanted to get my thoughts across about it and how I feel about it before going through this video. So I've read this chapter a lot. So I'll be giving first I'll be recapping what happens in the chapter. First I'll recap what happens in the chapter, say all the important lines that I think were really good and or need to be highlighted. And then after the chapter is read, I'll give my thoughts on it, and then some things I should be expecting coming up in the next couple of chapters, and then just go over everything about this chapter, everything I thought notable, and we'll just finish from there. And so I'll be reading the Viz version, obviously, to support the official release. Always, you gotta do it. Always make sure to support the Viz physical release. That's how these authors make their money, especially so. So always read the Viz version. And then I'll also be looking at the TCB scans version, because there's one line in the TCB scans that I think was translated better than the Viz that I wanted to highlight. And when that line comes up, I'll be talking about it. So alright, so let's get all that fan out of the way. Let's actually read the chapter. So in the beginning, in the color page, in the first part of the page, Asa and Yuna say, "I'll take Lucius out and become the Wizard King." And that's what they plan to do that's what this arc is all about, taking him out. So now that Asa and Yuna are here, they're ready to fight to save the kingdom. So after the amazing color spread, we get to the actual chapter, and Asa and Yuna are finally here, and they say that, and they both proclaim that it's going to be a 2-on-2, because there are 2 Lucius clones there. But Lucius actually said, no, there aren't. It's a 4-on-2, because there are instead 4 Lucius clones that are fighting Asa and Yuna. So Asa and Yuna have to do double duty and fight two Lucius clones each in order to win. All right, and then after this, Lucius then recaps about how many people are there, how many clones he has, how many archangels, how many paladins he has, and he pretty much just recaps the battlefield and what's going to happen in the chapters going forward. So specifically, he says, "Asuka, you may have come back alive, but there are several dozen angels here, 3 archangels, and 11 of me." So counting up, we have several dozen archangels, so 7 dozen, that's like 12 times 7. I can't really do the math on my head. yeah, and 3 Archangels, which are the Paladins. I think in the Viz they changed the name from Paladins to Archangels. I don't know why they did that, but whatever, it's fine. It doesn't really matter to me all that much. But you know, the Archangels are the Paladins, and 11 of him. And Lucius proclaims that he still has the advantage, and it looks like that must be so because he's got so many powerful things on his side that it looks like there's no way he's gonna win. But this is Black Clover here we're talking about, and so we'll have to see how Asta and Yuno deal with this, how them and their allies deal with all of these different things blocking their way from Lucius. And don't forget, this isn't even Lucius's that they're fighting are just clones that he's made with his siblings' magic, like Vanika's blood magic, Dante's body magic, and Zenon's bone magic. So his Zogratis siblings, he's using their magic to create these clones. And the real Lucius is actually sitting up in a castle somewhere, sitting up in a fortress above the kingdom, ready for this fight to be over, so we can take the throne as the ultimate Wizard King, or as he puts it, the Wizard Emperor. But then Asta has a flashback to when he just met with the Black Bulls and gave them their new power, and so they're very confused about what's going on here. Like, how is this happening? What happened to us? What's going on? And so then Ichika explains. So before actually Ichika shows up because Asta and Ichika went together. Ichika went with Asta, and he's asking, who are these people? And Magna, who's the first to speak up usually when it comes to Black Bulls, asks about Ichika, and he's pretty suspicious, like, who are you? What is she doing here? What is she doing here? Why is she here? And then Asta explains that this is Ichika, Captain Yami's little sister, and they're very surprised about that. And they usually have the usual reactions. Vinro says how cute she is. Luck says, wow, she must be strong because she's Captain Yami's sister. I'm gonna fight her. Charmy tries to shove food down her throat, and Ghost says Marie's cuter. And Magna apologizes for his rudeness because often that's his captain's sister. You can't be rude to the captain's sister. You can't be rude to Ichika, otherwise you'll get put on your face, like Asta learned in the beginning of this arc. And Nox just thinks, this will be pretty interesting to see because we all know that Yami knocked Ichika, and Yami knocked Ichika and Nox's brother, who I just remembered his name. His name's Morgan. They're going to all be in a fight together. I'm sure of it. Like, they're all going to battle with each other, and it's going to be pretty cool. So yeah, they're all just getting acquainted with each other. And so after this, Ichika explains how Asta's anti-magic works, how this power is working. And so this is something that me and the entire Black Clover community wanted to know, because something like this shouldn't be able to happen. Asta shouldn't be able to share his anti-magic with just anybody. Like, this is the one thing that we really wanted to know, because it kind of didn't, at first, when it first happened, it was kind of like controversial, because it kind of didn't make any sense. But I think this explanation doesn't, I'd say I'm 80% to 90% okay with this explanation, because once you think about it, it starts to make a lot more sense. So Ichika explains, at this point, Asta simply shared his anti-magic with you. It's intertwined with your own magic properties, making it possible for you to use pseudo-anti-magic. So this might sound like a non-answer, but actually when you think about it, it does make sense, because Asta's used this power before with his Demon Dweller sword. Like, Asta's used this power with Noelle when he fought Mars. Asta used this power when he fought what's her name, Sally. It's just that we've never really had an explanation for it until now. But now that we see it, we know this. Asta can do this now. And so at first Asta was just borrowing other people's magic to use in combination with his anti-magic, but now it's a reversal where he can give other people his anti-magic. So in any case, this is very broken. Like this, and then the Black Bulls have officially jumped the power rankings to become the most OP squad in this series. And I expected it, but like, wow, this ability is definitely broken. If Asta really wanted to, he could just power up his eyes and make them the strongest Magic Knight squad to have ever existed. So yeah, it's insane. So after this, Asta then calls this technique Comrade Demons, and at first this doesn't really make any sense in the Viz, so this is where we switch over to the TCB Scans version. So in the TCB Scans version, he says, in other words, this technique makes us all Nakama. And this doesn't make sense either, but when you read the translation notes by the TCB Scans, you hear that Nakama means comrades, obviously. You know what Nakama means. We know what Nakama means. We all watched One Piece and we've heard Luffy say Nakamas to his friends. But it's interesting because it continues by saying, but Asta is making a pun here, where the ma and Nakama is replaced with the kanji for ma for magic and devil. So this makes sense. Maho is magic in Japanese, and so you hear the ma in the beginning, and then the demon, the devil, is like Akuma. So yeah, they both have ma's in their name. The same kanji for ma used in Nakama is used in Maho and what was that other one? Akuma. So yeah, it's a pretty funny pun. It's not actually, no, I wouldn't say it's funny. I wouldn't say it's funny, but it's a very good. It's a very awesome bit of wordplay that I love that the TCB Scans translated well and actually gave translation notes for. So we gotta thank TCB Scans for that one. And and I love this little wordplay that they did, because Black Clover is known for its wordplay with its spells, like that usually go untranslated. So I'm glad that this one was translated, and it's kind of like reminds me of One Piece a little bit. One Piece does this a lot too with their wordplay. Like One Piece has I know in translated One Piece chapters that come out before the Viz, they have like chapter notes with like little bits of wordplay and little trivia bits. So I'm glad that this was translated, and also just making puns like this is just at this time it's like, what are you doing, man? But yeah, I appreciate it. So they obviously give the reaction when you make a pun like that. They say it's lame, and I was just like, oh no, come on, isn't it cool? And I mean, it's a cool power, but can't you name it something better than that, Asta? I mean, well, it's on point for him. His names for things. I wouldn't say that his names things were bad, but Bull Thrust, Black Meteorite, he's kind of unoriginal there, but you know, that's why we love him. So yeah, so after that is explained, we get to see the 2-page spread where Luck uses his Black Lightning Ultimate Magic, Black Lightning Battle Fiend, and so he combined his anti-magic with his Battle Fiend form from the Spade Invasion arc, and it's super cool. Like, I love how it looks. It's got the black balls around his body, and his streaks are just all black. Even the runes that he uses to jump off of, like, you know, he uses the runes that he learned from the Art Kingdom to jump off of, and even his runes are black. So it looks incredible. It looks really good. I love how it looks. And so Ichika then explains also that they should all watch themselves, though, because the more the group uses the anti-magic, the more it'll run out. So it's not infinite, which is also a really cool idea that's about to implement. And I'm glad he did this. I'm actually very glad he did this, because at first I thought, like, their anti-magic is limited. How are they gonna do things? If their anti-magic isn't, like, it's gonna be unlimited, right? Like, if it's unlimited, then how's it gonna be a fair fight for Lucius, to be honest? If the anti-magic is so kind of broken for the Black Clover verse that anybody who has it kind of like just negates everything. But Tabata made a pretty good call by having it be only limited. So Asta can only give certain amount of anti-magic to a certain number of people, and they only have a finite amount of it. And that's a very good call, because now it won't be so overpowered, and now it has a time limit, and it gives more tension to these battles going forward. So now we know that the anti-magic is limited. Now we know that they'll have to use it wisely. And so it's also explained that it depends on how much you use at once. So some attacks use some more than others. So she also says that they only have enough, that they can only probably have enough for like 2 giant attacks. But Luck used it very well by just having it all over his body, so that those little attacks mean huge. So he can spread out his anti-magic for a lot longer. And so Luck says it's no problem at all, that he can just take them all out. You can take them all out without even worrying about it, and that's a pretty good idea. And so Lucius starts to like sweat. It's like, this is a problem. This might be a little bit of a problem. My angels are getting dropped. My angels are getting defeated one by one in such a quick succession. I should probably put a stop to this. He's like, he actually says in the vid, he says, this may be a bit troublesome. Like, he's like, this might, I might have to put a stop to this. I'm probably gonna have to put a stop to this. I'm gonna go over there right away. So so they start fighting Lucius clones, and Magna, right after Lucius says that, goes behind Lucius and tries to hit him with an anti-magic fireball. But then Lucius dodges with his gravity magic that he got from Lucifero, because his gravity magic allows him to like warp space and warp out of that. But then Magna knew this, and so he learned that anti-magic homes in on targets like it does, like the black meteorite did, and so Magna used that property to catch Lucius off guard. So Lucius tries to get rid of it with his gravity magic, like Lucifero would have done, but anti-magic can't be erased, so it literally can't be done. And so the Archangel, so the anti-magic fireball hits not only Lucius, but the Archangel. And so that anti-magic fireball transformed into a dark black flame magic Soul Chain Deathmatch. That deathmatch spell that he used against Dante in the Spade Raid arc. And I'm glad that he used this move, because this move was probably one of the Black Clover fans love that fight. It's such a good fight, how Magna was able to like use his lack of magic to get the better over Dante. And he's able to split magic evenly between the two parties, and it's a very interesting ability, and I'm glad to see it here. I'm glad to see it improved with anti-magic. And so Magna makes his partner Luck, and he makes Lucius's partner that Archangel. But it doesn't matter anyway, because Magna and Luck destroy that Archangel, no problem. And so now Lucius's magic is getting drained more and more, and so now he can't. And so now it's being evenly split between the two of them, between all of them. So Magna and Luck get more magic power, but Lucius gets less, and it's a very smart idea. And so now all they have to do, like in Magna's words, all they have to do now is mess him up. And that's what they're planning on doing right now. So they go in for some quick combat, but Lucius still having Dante's power, still having Lucifero's power, is able to still fight with his fists and get into some hand to hand, and they're going in really. Like Magna and Luck are just attacking them two at a time, and so Lucius is able to fend them off, but not for long. And so Lucius realizes that their anti-magic is that their anti-magic is getting in the way of his regeneration, so he can't regenerate as fast. So he might actually get killed. So this Lucius clone might actually get killed. And so he realizes that they're planning to chip away at him little by little, so that they can finish the job. But then Lucius also realizes that they're also burning through their anti-magic. So Lucius plans on enduring it, like holding on with his regeneration, so that when they run out, he can finally like put an end to both of them once and for all. But then Magna and Luck also realize that they don't plan on slowing down, and together they realize that half plus half equals their full power. So they're not just gonna they're not just gonna sit back and just chip away at them little by little. They're gonna go full tilt, full power to put away this Lucius clone once and for all. So they use their full power and combine their magic together to use a black flame, black lightning exploding cannon, which is an anti-magic version of their exploding cannon that they used against Dorothy in the Elf arc, which was actually really cool. I'm glad to see this move return too. Like Tabata, I gotta give it to Tabata. He actually remembers their moves, and it's nice to see this move. Like this is the combination of this move has always just symbolized Luck and Magna's friendship, and I'm glad to see it here too. And so they use this clone and they completely disintegrate that Lucius clone. And so at the end, Asa says, so which of us has the advantage now? And after this, at the end of the chapter, Buck and Magna, after having defeated Lucius, fist bump, and that's the end of the chapter. So yeah, pretty good chapter, I'd say. I was not, to be honest with you, when the leaks came out for the chapter, I did not expect this to be a Luck and Magna chapter. And I'm also going to be very candid and say that I was kind of a little bit disappointed by that. Like, I was like, oh man, the first chapter back, and it's about Magna and Luck, not Asta and Yuno? Like, why? Why do they do this? But now after reading the chapter, I'm not going to say that I'm not completely disappointed. Like, I'm not going to say that it completely, like, gave away my disappointment. Like, I'm still, like, if I had to say, I'm like 20% a little bit disappointed about this. Like, I wanted this to be an Asta and Yuno fight, but then I realized like it makes sense. Like, they won't, this arc is going to be going on for just a little bit longer, like probably like a year or two maybe. The person who leaks these, I think it's a she. I'm not gonna try to assume gender. I think their name is Night Baron, and they put their thoughts pretty well on Twitter. Actually, they said that at first they were very negative about this change. Like, Black Clover is going to end sooner than expected. Like, it's gonna end like super quickly. But now that this chapter came out, they started to reevaluate their opinion about it, and it's like, and I can kind of see where they're coming from. I also see it too. Like, this chapter is just the beginning. Like, we have, like Lucius says, we have, how many did he say? I'll have to go back and look. He said officially that he's got several dozen archangels. He's got several dozen angels, 3 archangels, i.e. paladins, and 11 of him. So we still have a little bit of ways to go before this arc is officially over and we beat Lucius for good. And there are still moments that need to be seen that'll definitely happen in this arc. Like I said before, I mentioned it. Yami needs to meet up with Ichika. Morgan needs to fight Noct needs to fight Morgan and see what became of his brother, and we need to see all the emotional moments from those, and I bet those would be pretty good. Can't wait for that. Who else? We still haven't seen the end of Marioleona's fight, and I'm gonna be a little bit. This might be copium, but I'm expecting Leopold to show up somewhere in there. Like, I know he hasn't shown up for like over 50 chapters now, and it's kind of a meme that he kind of disappeared, but he's gonna be there. I'm not huffing too much copium. I'm sure you'll be there, right? Right, Leopold? You won't leave your sister behind to die like this, along with your brother. You won't do that, right, Leopold? You'll show up, right? Come on, man. I'm believing in you. You'll be there. He will be. Probably, maybe, hopefully. Yeah, maybe. So yeah, we'll need to see that. We need to see the end of Noelle and her mother's fight. There's still a lot to see about there. There's still some emotional moments there. Like, I'm expecting Noelle to team up with her siblings and really just, finish their arc, because Noelle made up with Nozel, but it still hasn't really. I still feel that she hasn't really made up with her other brother and sister, Solid and Deborah. I want to see them make up and like really come together and show that the Silva family is strong, even though that Aesir isn't around. So I want to see that, and also we also still need to take out, and also still need to take out Lucius. Like he said, there's 11 of him, and we need to see how they're going to just handle. We need to see Asta's new power and Yuno's new power. Like, we've seen 2 of Yuno's new powers. We've seen his shield. We've seen his shield, and we've seen his Neverland spell. But Asta only has shown one of his bit of abilities. We still need to see what he can do with his Double Union and his Zen. So there's still a ton to see. There's still tons left to see and know. And we also need to see who's gonna be the Wizard King. Like, we need to see how the epilogue is gonna be. Who's gonna take the throne for the Wizard King? How's everyone gonna be? Who's Asta gonna get with? Like, I'm gonna hammer on this. Asta better pick somebody. I don't care who. Actually, no, wait, no, I care who. I kind of bet it was. It's probably gonna be Noelle. I hope it's Noelle. Please, come on. She was the one that was. She's the one. Come on. I'm sorry, Mimosa. I do like you. I wouldn't be mad if Asta got with you. but it's not. It's probably not gonna be you. Sorry, I'm sorry, Mazosa. It's probably not gonna be you. But yeah, Asta's gonna pick somebody. Like, please, Tabata, don't let this be a series where Asta doesn't pick anybody and the romance doesn't mean anything. Because I know it's a shonen, but come on, you can't just have you can't have your cake and eat it too. Like, that's one thing about Black Clover that kind of annoys me. Like, this romance is kind of like, I don't know. I'd change some things about it if I were writing this. I'd make things more conclusive. Like I said before, I understand this is a battle shonen, but like, you can't just have the romance be so unconclusive like this. You just can't do that. Give people like, for lack of a better term, it's very unsatisfying when you do that. So I'm hoping that Tabata does something with that. Anything really. Preferably Asta and Noelle, maybe. Like, I'm not a super shipper, but I do want to see at least some conclusion. So yeah, there's still just a ton to see. Oh, you know what? I also forgot. He's hiding in the cover page. He's hiding there, like, at Dremelec. What's he doing? What's his goal in all of this? What is he doing? And also, Asta's mom, Asta's family. Does Asta have a dad in this somewhere? Does he not matter like Noelle's dad? Like, why are there so many missing fathers in this series? Like, we know Yuno's dad's dead. So why so many people don't have any fathers? What's up with that? So yeah, I'm hoping maybe a little bit of Asta's origin. Maybe we already see Asta's origin, but does it matter anymore? Does Tabata still have something to say about that? So yeah, there's still, like, all this stuff. There's still tons to see. So this arc isn't ending as quickly as we think, and this chapter shows that. So we can focus on at least 2 to 3 black holes each chapter, fighting their own battles and showing off their powers. And you know, finally wrapping up all their characters. We can see, maybe we see Vanessa and Fenrir do something. We see maybe Ghost and Gray, because they've also been shipped together. I see what Tabata is doing there. Please don't make that inconclusive either. Come on. I don't want to see Ghost pine after his sister anymore. That joke got old. That joke got old like 300 chapters ago. Please stop. Come on, just do something with that too. Like, I'm gonna keep harping on it. Do something with the romance. Come on, man. I'm not expecting much, but do something. So yeah, we'll probably see something like that. We already saw Magna and Luck do their thing. We'll probably see who else? Like Gordon and Henry team up too. Like, I'm expecting to see the Black Holes. I'm expecting to see the Black Holes really show off their powers. Like, I'm not expecting each Black Hole to have one chapter to themselves, because I think that'd take way too long. So I'm expecting like 2 or 3 Black Holes per chapter. We get to see what they can do and how they fight with their new anti-magic. So I'm expecting that. That is something I'm expecting to see. And so yeah, that's just everything we should be expecting to see going forward, and that's a lot. That is a lot to see. So I'm hoping that Tabata not only like gives it room to breathe, but also doesn't stretch this out too long. But this series has to end sometime. Like I said, I'm expecting 2 years maybe, because I'm expecting 2 years at most for this to go on for. 3 if we're being lucky, because, you know, Black Clover's, like, this series has to end. Like, it's very close to end. It's the final chapter. It's the final saga. The climax is here. We're in these final battles. So yeah, expecting to see all that. But overall, yeah, I'm not gonna lie to say that this chapter was like, oh, everything was super. I'm super satisfied. I am satisfied. I'm very satisfied with this chapter. Don't get me wrong. This was a very satisfying chapter to read, but I am kind of a little bit disappointed that this was Luck and Magna's show, not Asta Yuno's. Like, I got this. Like I said, I got this Jump Giga issue. I wanted to buy it. I just wanted to see more Asta Yuno in it. Like, they just got back. Let them do something, man. But you know, I understand. This is Luck and Magnus' show. We want to see. So I don't want to showcase them, because to showcase that you know, this is their new anti-magic power that Asta gave them, and that we'll probably see Asta and Yuno finish things up in the later issues, which I'll probably have to buy myself. So many issues of Black Clover to buy, so little time. So yeah, those are my succinct thoughts on this chapter. Very good, very nice artwork all around. The artwork is incredible. The waiting was definitely worth it for this chapter. Not a single thing looks off. Not a single thing looks off model, or characters don't look weird. They never really do, but everything looks sharp, crisp, beautiful lines. especially the two spreads where the spread where Asta and Yuno are fighting the clone. Like my standout pages, the standout pages I pick were the spreads where Asta and Yuno are fighting the clones. The whole battlefield shot where the entire kingdom is just being raised from the ground with rocks. I love that shot. The shot where Luck shows off his Black Lightning battle theme is very good. I love how Luck looks. It's just incredible. And then the two-page spread, then the last two-page spreads with the Soul Chain Deathmatch and especially the Exploding Cannon. They're very good. So yeah, this is why we, like I said before in the previous, this is why we love Yuki Tabata and his artwork. No matter what, no matter what chapter comes out, no matter what chapter, issue, whatever, you can all expect the art to be aces, and just so amazingly incredible. Like I saved multiple different pages from this to my photos, so I can just look at them whenever I want to. But now that I have the Jump Giga issue, I can do that in physical form too. So I'm very happy about this, about how this chapter looks. Especially, I wanted to see more Asta, but the Asta I did get to see looks very cool. I love how his devil form looks now with the two wings. Like this was shown off at the beginning of this arc, but I love how Asta's black form looks now. It looks so complete and it looks just incredible. I really wish we could have seen more of it, but the parts I did see look incredible, look great. So yeah, artwork aside, how my thoughts on the chapter are, my predictions, what else? That's what I want to talk about here. So yeah, I think I'll talk about I think I'll give it a little bit of sound on the length, how I think this should go, what I think Shibata should do. So if we really wanted to do things, like I said, we should probably do we should probably save one chapter for two of the Black Bulls, maybe Vanessa and Finral, Ghosh and Gray, Henry and Gordon. Yeah, let them all have at least one chapter to themselves. One chapter, two for each chapter, and then we should save the rest of the chapters for the big fights. Like maybe two to three chapters for Ichigo, Morgan, Noct, and Yami. Like we gotta see all this because it's brother and sister going up against each other. Two brothers who are one of the brothers was supposed to be dead but has been revived, and then Yami and then a brother and sister who have been separated because of a misunderstanding, and Ichika not really knowing why she did it and how she's gonna interact with Yami now that they've seen each other again. We gotta see at least 2 to 3 chapters of that and how they're gonna play off each other, and then we still have to see. We send 2 or 3 chapters for Mario Leona and versus Morris. Maybe we'll see Flagoleon and Leopold hopefully join in to help out their sister fight this guy. We'll probably see 2 to 3 chapters of that. 2 to 3 chapters of Noelle and her siblings fighting their mother Aesir. We're expected to see that, and then finally 2 to 3 chapters or more of maybe 4 to 5 actually. Maybe let's bump that up 4 to 5 because we got to see Asta and Yuno deal with Lucius, how they're gonna finish things, and then finally an epilogue. Well, we'll finally see who gets to be the Wizard King, who gets with who, maybe, hopefully, and then that's where the series will end, and then maybe they'll announce a Black Clover Shippuden, a Black Clover Next Generation or something. To be honest, I hope they don't. Like I wouldn't really want to see that because it kind of feel a little cheap to do that, but it'd be interesting to see, but I kind of wouldn't want to see it. Like I'm like, if they did it, I'd be like, don't do that, but I will pay attention. So yeah, that's how I think this arc will shape out going forward, and I'm excited to see if Tabata can really keep up with this, because this is the final act. This is important. This will really decide where Black Clover stands in the Shonen Night. I want this arc to kill it. I want this finale to hit on every single beat we want to see. Because I want to show, because this is the time for Black Clover to really show itself as a shonen of shonens to be remembered. Then I want to see this ending slap like the elf arc did.
this ending needs to bang. Because people aren't gonna be kind to Black Clover. They never have. The shonen community is never kind to Black Clover. So if Black Clover does something at least decently well, it's always just blown over like, oh well, Black Clover did something, but who cares? But I want this ending to bang, to show everyone just what Black Clover can do. To show why we followed the series in the first place. To show that it was worth it. That the series is good. I mean, it is good. Like, it's not like the ending's gonna retroactively make the series bad. But like the Julius reveal. Like the Julius reveal, I was so good. Everyone was talking about it. It was like the best shonen twist ever in the history of shonen. I mean, probably isn't, but it was very good. I'd say it's up there. It was very good. It made the elf arc and everything that happened before and after it much better. It made sense why Julius was doing what he was doing, and why the clock tower theory is just that ending to the Spade arc was just so incredible, and the elf arc's ending too. They were both so good. So I want this arc ending to really hit, and just to show people what Black Clover can do. Show the shonen community and everyone who follows it what Black Clover can do. Show them just why we follow the series in the first place. So yeah, I want this ending arc to just really bang it out of the park. Screw My Hero, screw Jujutsu Kaisen, screw Sakamoto Days, screw I don't know, Kagurabachi or something. Screw all of them. Let's show them what Black Clover can do. It's been 8 years, and let's show them writing chop. Let's surpass our limits right here, right now, and really hit out an ending that really bang out an ending that'll make everyone satisfied. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the chapter. I will review the others. I promise. I made a promise. I will review the others. But I probably won't buy the issues unless Black Clover's on the cover. So yeah, only expect me to buy the last issue. Only expect me to buy the next issue if Black Clover's on the cover, which I think it was recently confirmed that My Hero was on the cover. So nope, I won't be buying that one. Sorry. Yeah, Black Clover's not on it. Can't buy it. I made a promise. If Black Clover ain't on it, I ain't buying it. So yeah, that's my reviews on the chapter. Stick around in 4 months' time where we review chapter 370. So until next time, see you later.